Welcome back to All Access with the Profs and this edition of Rowan Roundtable. I am with two of the rugby team players, Harvey Singh and Glenn Desmond. How you guys doing?
Good. Yourself?
Doing fantastic. First question I'm going to ask you guys is, how's the season going so far, if I may ask?
It's going real well, actually. We moved up to Division II this year to further the competition this year. Last year, we were successful enough to win the D3 championship. And then this year, we've already won our first 5 games and look to win our 6th this weekend.
Nice. So, if I may ask, how did the popularity of the rugby team come about? Like, how did it all start about?
Go ahead, Harvey.
You were here before me. You know better.
I guess it gets started. I'd say last year with the winning season. Originally the club started as 10, 15 guys that got together, kicked the ball around, and then went to the calf. That would be it. And now it's evolved into like it's like kind of a Cinderella story almost kind of thing where, you have almost no guys with no leadership, and all of a sudden we get a few coaches to come out and volunteer for us, and we've managed to turn around the season to 2 straight undefeated seasons so far. So the last few years have been hugely successful.
Okay. Now, question I have is, if you could explain some of the rules of rugby so our viewers who aren't familiar with it can actually know what's going on with it, especially myself. I have no clue, in all honesty. The only thing I know is tape your ears back or you lose an ear. That's all I really remember. That's from Friends, sadly.
It's kind of like a mix of football and soccer,
Okay.
But you can't pass the ball forward at all. It always has to be passed backwards, and you get the ball, run forward, get tackled, and then you pass it off to the next guy, and he does the same thing until you get into the try zone. And that's about it.
So that's rugby in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Run, get hit, throw the ball. Run, get hit, throw the ball, repeat process.
Yep.
Sounds interesting. I like it. If I had any athletic ability, I might even try. So, is your season just in the fall, or is it all year round?
We play all year round. We have our main season, regular season will be in the fall. We'll play usually between 6 and 8 games, and then play the division championships in the fall. Usually ends around early December, late November. And then in the spring, we'll have our regional tournaments, our national tournaments, as long as we qualify. And then we'll also have we'll do sevens tournament, which is essentially 7-on-7 rugby as opposed to having the full 15-on-15.
Okay, so it's almost like springtime's almost like scrimmage-ish. Like some scrimmages, but a lot of tournament stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically big prizes.
Yeah, it's big tournaments and a lot of scrimmages and stuff like that. It's usually, like national and regional, that's a huge thing, but It only takes up so much of the season. So then we move on with the sevens tournaments and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So then it basically keeps you guys busy throughout the year.
Exactly.
We to focus on.
Never
keep you guys
ends.
sharp.
Even during winter break, we'll play in the snow and the ice.
See, that is fun. Nothing wrong with playing football or rugby in the snow, because that's always good times right there. What is it like to actually see when you guys go out there and you see the stands are filled up for your games? What's that give you? Does that give you guys does it push you guys to even do better, or is it one of those things does it put a little bit of oh wow, what does it feel like? What's that? What goes through your mind?
Gets you pumped up, kind of makes you play better.
Yeah. The downfall is there's no stands.
Yeah.
We play in the intramural field, so so we have a lot of parents, a lot of friend support, and the people that come by and walk by usually are interested because they've never seen a rugby game before. So they come by and they watch. But just the fact that the people that do show up, and we've had bigger and bigger turnouts. We went from no one showing up to now we have at least 100 people that are there. So and then just hearing our own team and the rest of our team and all the fans that are there to support us, to cheer us on, is such a huge benefit. Everyone gets so much more pumped up. It's playing for even more of that purpose beyond just yourself and your team.
Okay, all right. Okay, now another random question. Why should RTN and its viewers be super excited to watch you guys play on our network and stuff like that? What's the one thing you could say is going to be the big point for you guys?
The real kicker.
Yeah. What are you bringing to the table?
If a fan's a fan of football, they love seeing the big hits, the big runs. Rugby is it just blows that up. That's exactly what it is. It's huge runs, bigger hits, and even
there's no breaks.
It's constant play. There's no. The only time you hear a whistle blown is a penalty, and that resolves in essentially the other team has to move back 10 meters, and then the other team just keeps going. I mean, there's no stoppage in play, really. It's someone gets injured, they lie on the ground, they wait till the trainer comes on the field as the game continues on until they get dragged off. I mean, the game never stops. It's just constant motion. It's a lot more entertaining. I mean, it's everything you love in a sport.
So thank you guys for coming on and enlightening us about rugby. Thank you guys very much. And be sure to check out Rugby on RTN, 1 o'clock. Be at the games or watch it on TV, but definitely be at the game. And I'll get into our athletes of the week. Our male athlete of the week is Tim Dole. Tim ran well at the Princeton University Invitational. He finished 154th among 212 runners from the NCAA Divisions 1, 2, and 3. Dole topped his previous season best time of 26 minutes and 46 seconds at the UMass Dartmouth Invitational. For his performance, he was chosen the New Jersey Athletic Conference Rookie of the Week. And our female athlete of the week is women's soccer forward Erica Shul. She guided the women's soccer team to a 3-0 week. She scored both the props goals in a 2-0 win at Ramapo College. Shul added 1 goal in a 4-0 victory over Rutgers Newark. She assisted on the game-winning goal in a 1-0 overtime victory against Roanoke College. Shul was named the NJAC Offensive Player of the Week. She ranks 3rd in the conference in points and goals per game. That's it for All Access. I'm Chris Article, and have yourself a great evening.